somebody leave their cell phone in the washroom? Did anybody leave their cell phone in the washroom? Hello? I knew that would shut you up. Okay. Now, we're ready to begin. So can everybody sit down and take a moment? All right. So, it's really hard. Everyone's engines were revving and you were talking. But in order to finish this really nicely, we need you to shut up. And that's only out of respect to everybody who's going to listen to me talk, right? All right? What? All right, so I'm going to be quiet like this. How's that? Better? All right, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to say shut up. That's such a strong word.
Exactly. Don't forget politeness.
Don't forget politeness. Thank you, lady with skeleton hands. All right. Okay, so I just want to say I've been asked to do some closing remarks on this process, and I think tonight these kind of actions keep us active and engaged, and participation like this tonight moves us to challenge the island airport expansion and challenge introducing jets, and move to create and demand a healthy waterfront where harm is not increased but actually decreased by the actions we're doing tonight. And that's the purpose of tonight. So give yourself a hand for all the work that you're actually doing together. And many people here are involved with No Jets Toronto, and I'd like to introduce Anshul Kapoor, who's the chair of No Jets, and he's going to come and say some words to us tonight. So Anshul.
Very cool, Anshul. Anshul sits on TVO, everyone.
Thank you, guys. First of all, I want to thank Citizens for a Healthy Toronto Waterfront for organizing this. We know health is an issue. We've all known that. We've known that since April 10th. But this is a way of coordinating and consolidating our feedback that the councillors need to know. They know it too. When we speak with the councillors, one of the main things that we hear is, oh, is there a health impact? Well, of course there's a health impact. We know that. Does the city staff know that? They do know that. Are they covering it? We heard today that they're not. They're not covering it to the extent that they should cover it. So we need to let people know. One of the things that I do want to point out is the fact that if you look to the map over there, our waterfront does not stop at the people who live on Harbourfront or live in Bathurst Queen's Quay or live in York Queen's Quay. This is Toronto's waterfront. Etobicoke's waterfront, Scarborough's waterfront, it is everyone's waterfront. People from North York come down to it. So when we talk about the waterfront, we're not talking about the communities that live there and are lucky enough to wake up to a view of the water, or that beautiful sunrise, or that beautiful porter plane flying by at 7 o'clock in the morning. Thank you.
6:45.
And 6:45 and 6:47. But the point that I want to make is that we're fighting for the vision of our city. Our city is defined by what's at our doorstep. We're extremely lucky to have what we have. And that's what we're fighting for. We're not just fighting for our real estate values of one corner or noise impacts of the other corner. This is a much, much, much bigger fight. And that's what we need our councillors to understand. Hey, Ainsley, if you're in Ward 43, your constituents get impacted because if someone comes to visit them, they bring you down to the waterfront and say, hey, look what our city has. They could go down to the bluffs to say, look what our city has. This is a matter of the city. And we need, can I see a raise of hands of how many people have signed the No Jets TO petition? Perfect. What I want you guys to do is take an action back. Take an action back when you go home and you look to yourself and say, I need to get 10 more people to sign that petition.
Can we ask you to stop flying Porter?
Can you ask me to stop flying Porter?
Can I personally ask you to make a statement and stop flying Porter?
As No Jets TO, it is our stand that we accept Porter Airlines and we accept the island airport as a stand, so we will not.
I'm asking
Why don't you ask them personally later? This is not the purpose of tonight. We had an agenda and we're sticking to it. So that's a good point. You might want to take it personally and then mingle, get to know your neighbor area. But right now,
So
you've got the floor. Please continue.
I will definitely talk. So what I need people to do is talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to a stranger, talk to someone, get people to sign the petition online. If you have done that already, that is definitely not enough. Pick up the phone, call your counselor, call your friend's counselor, go to your friend's house, pick up their phone and call their counselor. Do whatever it needs to do to protect our city from this one man's flawed ambition. We're not going to let that happen. If it happens on December 16th, we will do whatever we can to flip that vote and not let that happen because it's our city and we need to fight for it. It's as simple as that.
And when you phone your counselor tomorrow morning, you ask them why they weren't here tonight.
Yeah.
Right? You say, who did you send here tonight? I think...
Outside of Toronto, all they're interested in is jobs.
Okay. All right. So I think we're ready for mix and mingle. Leave your manifestos on the table. They will be picked up. And we're here tonight, and Metro Hall's amazing. We don't have to put any chairs away or anything. Yeah.
Just one point that is becoming more apparent to me. Someone got up and deputized, and some of the deputations say things that are unexpected to us, people who are pilots, about jet fuel jumping. And something that has come up during the deputations I find of grave concern, and we should start speaking about to our councillors, is not only that the preschool kids are beginning to come to asthma because of the idling of the taxis that's never been resolved and the intense concentration of traffic, but the jet fuel. One of the people who deputized was a pilot who said that they're going to have to expand the jet fuel farms, and actually it might threaten the areas around the school. So because the CS100s use twice as much jet fuel, these jet fuel trucks are going in and out, problematic, highly flammable, problematic, runoff, extremely problematic. We're going to have jet fuel through our city into one of the highly populated areas of Ontario. You are kidding me. Who does that? So that is the other thing that someone has pointed out just now. Mark Matson of the Lake Ontario Waterkeepers has said this is public lands, and they are canceling public consultation about the use of our public land.
Right.
So these jet fuel farms might expand into public land, and we're not questioning that. There are so many angles to talk to councillors with that they have not heard yet. Keep talking to councillors. It is a vote that is going to be determined, and believe you me, they are being lobbied every minute of their waking day by people with a lot more time and a lot more money than we have. We have actual jobs that we can go to every day, and their job is to convince people that things that are wrong are right. So get out there.
Oh, what a firebrand. Okay. Are you thirsty, Elizabeth? Would you like some Hanlon's water? No, okay. All right, give yourself all a hand for tonight. It was wonderful. And this concludes the work hard. Please socialize, eat candy. There's cookies and hummus. All right.
If I can just ask all the people that were part of the organizational team, if we can just pick up all of the manifesto sheets, but try to collect them in order, like air together, water together, and so forth, okay? Thank you.
Okay, we are documented, and unfortunately, due to the reception, it is choppy. I'll explain once I get home. I'll upload this to anybody who's watching. There's nobody watching right now. I upload it, and it should be cleaner. I'll advise everybody. Thank you, because the crow is out. No Jets. Only Paul McCartney in the Jets. Cheerio. Because the crow out. See ya. Halloween. See you then.